No more bicep on that. It just goes right from forearm into the bicep. So thick.
Looking dense there.
Yeah, it looks a little
dense.
Looks like I could lift some heavy weights right now.
A little maturity to that muscle, huh?
Hi, guys. Question for you guys, if you don't mind me asking. What would, I thought of something great. Jeff did, actually. Not even me. Jeff came up, and it was, I think, a great point. Because let me give you a backstory. Because when he said it, I was like, wow, why haven't we done this earlier? So there are some one-on-one clients that I work with that train at Gold's Venice. So I get to see them exercise. And if I'm there at the same time and I see Tim or these guys training and I see they're not doing the exercise correctly, speed, form, or anything, I can walk over and talk to them and say, hey, listen, we got your nutrition going perfect. We got everything going perfect, but I'm watching you work out and you are absolutely doing nothing in here. And that's, I think, I don't think that you guys realize you can actually go to the gym and get nothing done and do the full workout. I know this sucks. I know that sucks to even hear. It really is. I don't know how to sugarcoat. I don't know how to put that any better than that. But guys, I went through exercises, not getting anything out of it, except mentally knowing I can move 750 or something like, or deadlifting 775. It only helped me mentally. It didn't help my body in the sense of developing muscle.
Muscle is money.
Dense muscle. Money is muscle. But that was the point. Is like, cool, I can deadlift 775, but I didn't have a back of a Dorian Yates. So what is that telling me? Skip the extra stuff. It didn't give me any kind of development that I wanted relative to a guy that was stronger. That's more than any of those guys deadlifted. So what was I missing? I was missing actually performing the exercise correctly. So Jeffrey said last week or the week before, goes, hey, let's do Form Friday. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. But then we did it, and the turnout wasn't there. And I was shocked because I thought this would be a great way for a lot of you to go, hey, am I doing this right? My knees hurt. Am I doing leg extensions right? I don't know what it is, but anything like that. So I'm just curious, could you guys let me know feedback on that? Is that something that the form is not that important to you relative to the nutrition? Because my thought is, I think it's all important. I think the form's important, how you do the reps. I think the understanding of what fatigue really is and training smarter is, nutrition correlated into it, recovery, sleep. What's the shirt say?
Broken heart vibes.
How does that say vibe? Oh,
no, it's a jibs. D-jibs. That's a D.
The shirt I sell on my website.
Sweet dog.
What's your website?
Huh?
Pull your website up.
Yeah.
Let me see this website. Let me see the landing page. So I would love to see more form. And if you guys can let me know just your thoughts on what your take is on form, if that is something. Okay, for you guys. Serge is out of here. You want to say anything to these guys?
Make sure you guys actually lift and follow your meal plans.
Beautiful.
Because if not, you won't make any gains.
There you go. There you go. Let's see what we have here.
Shout outs from Washington.
I love this. But you're an old school guy, so I expect that from you. And I expect that me to hear that from you. I just wish that would translate to some of the other Titan crew members. And I feel bad saying that, hey, form does matter. How you perform the exercise does matter. And I shouldn't feel bad saying that, but I just know that you guys are trying so hard. And then I say, hey, I need you to try harder. But Scotty knows that that's just us pushing each other. That's all that is, guys. So just know that, okay? Hello, Turkey. That is a nice shirt. Thank you very much. This is one of Jeffrey's. This is great. There you go.
What do you got there? One without the other is like taking 2 steps backwards.
That is, you have no idea how much I believe that. It really is. But I'm doing the nutrition right, but you're not training right. Or I'm training right, but I'm not doing the nutrition right. It really does set you back. It doesn't hold you still. It doesn't, if you think it does, it doesn't. Remember, by you training, you're breaking down the body, right? If it doesn't recover, you're just breaking down a body. Just take that. And that's not what I want you guys to do. And that's why I think there's such a decline when somebody gives up their health and fitness training, then you really see their body fall apart. And that's not what I want for you guys. So I do agree with this. I think you guys just need to be really smart about, let me work on every aspect. And so form is huge. So I would like Scott and everybody and anybody that's in the Titan crew to put down your form on this Friday, which is tomorrow. Holy cow. Let's do this.
We'll do it again tomorrow?
Yeah, let's do this again. I'm going to post this video here in the Titan crew, and this will be your guys' below this in the Titan crew. Would you please, can we share this to the Titan crew?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll share this over to the Titan crew after.
So not in these comments.
Not these comments now, not this, and not on the fan page. This is just in the private group. Mike O'Hearn, let's see, it's Facebook.com/groups/Mike O'Hearn. And then you will be in the Titan crew, and then you put down your form, and I'm going to critique it. Please don't do anything with light weight. Use something that you're actually doing an exercise. Like don't go to the gym to do this form. During your workout, any day, take a video of some of the forms that you're doing. Going, this doesn't feel right. I'm doing shoulder press and it hurts my shoulder. Let me film this and see if Mike can see why I'm hurting my shoulders and see if we can fix that. Deadlift is hurting my back. It's not making my back feel good. It's a different kind of pain, and I don't want it that. Let's film it, and I'll talk to you and see what we can figure out. Also, on top of it, if I see something and you got beautiful form and you're still hurting, there's something else to it, and let's figure that out sooner than later. Let's find out what that problem is. Remember, I see a chiropractor. I believe in it. I get massages. I believe in it. I have a sauna. I believe in it. I swimming pool. I believe in swimming. I believe in staying active. I believe in all this stuff, but I've lived a lifetime of this. And I'm just wanting you guys to enjoy this too, because we went to the gym today and we're all on this lean bulk. And so I'm putting on this really incredible muscularity that I dieted it off all last year. But I also feel like an ox, like a freaking ox. I grab onto this bar and I lifted up these dumbbells today. And at the end of the day, they were 180-pound dumbbells, and it felt like nothing. Now, the first time I ever picked up 180-pound dumbbells was,
what, you 10?
honestly, 33 years ago. 33 years ago was the first time I picked up dumbbells that size. And it felt like the world on me. The world. I was like, holy sheesh, that's heavy. And I picked them up today and they felt like nothing. How cool would that be for you guys to be teenagers and this weight's be heavy? But by the time you're your parents' age or your grandparents' age, let's be honest, I'm at that stage of a grandparent for a lot of you guys, and you're moving those kind of weights. That's what I'd like for all of you. I really would.
What do you got?
I'm looking.
Oh, look. Bobo identifies as trans slender.
That's great. Wow. That's
You're so brave, Bobo.
oh, for a fat guy, that's awesome.
Yeah. Right.
Way to go, Bobo. I'm using that on Heath. I'm so stealing that. Trans slender. Oh.
I don't get this question.
Will you ever consider quitting for health reasons?
Yeah, I don't get that question.
Quitting, you exercise so you are healthy. You would quit health and fitness. I don't know why you would quit it. I mean, health and fitness is what everybody should do.
It's just a dumb one. So there's like,
Go. I'm sorry.
oh, did we hit the same one? You'll
Did
never
we?
achieve anything if your nutrition and form isn't right.
Agreed. Great post, Anthony. Great post. Go for it.
Well, he's saying, I've grown to understand that form is much better than weights because more weights will come later, but with the right form, you'll last longer.
Good job, guys. Holy cow. This is kind of cool for me as a teacher. You're absorbing it. You guys are getting it. You understand it. It's more important how you do it than you do it. And so this guy understands if he only does 100 pounds, he's doing it right, moving through it correctly. And in time, strength will come. I love that.
But that's the important part. You gotta eventually
Go.
You gotta.
Yeah. You can't sit there
Because I
forever.
see so many people in the gym doing the same weights for fucking 5 years. You're doing the same weights. You're inclining 45 pounds dumbbells.
We
Is that
got to move up.
you gonna like get better?
You know what's weird?
Eventually, or what?
I'll admit, I did that as a young teenage, 13, 14.
It doesn't do shit.
So I would come in and I'd power lift with these guys and we would go ballistic on the bench, right? And I would get whatever it was. And then I'd go to the secondary. And until I got called out, and I was 13 years old, I remember this, because I wore this blue velvet shirt.
Is that why you got called out?
And I had it, and it was because it was the sleeves had it back then. This is the 70s. It was early 80s. It had the little tight strip around here, and it was like a velvet shirt. And I loved it because it made my arms look big. And I went over and I was doing 35, 45 dumbbells, 55 on the incline, and I'm really taking. And a person says, well, your bench went up and you're benching this much. Why doesn't your secondary work go up? And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I was supposed to. And so, I was there at one time. I was 13 years old. And I thought it was more important that the first exercise and then you just go get the other stuff. But we all learn. And so at least I learned it at 13. Now I want you guys learning that now at whatever your age. Hello, England. What else we got? We're just looking for questions, guys. Really take your time on this one. Get these questions going. I'm here to answer this stuff. Yeah, so this post again, we're going to repost this over into the Titan crew, and that way you guys could put down your form underneath this, and I will check it.
I'm gonna try to translate this.
Okay.
Because you can tell maybe English isn't his first, but I think what he's saying is he's 6'1", 47, been lifting for 25 years, and what I find is I've lost strength through the years, but still keep up with the training. What do you suggest to do in terms of keeping that strength?
Well, strength is a great gauge.
There's not a lot of people like you that can still lift.
Yeah, I'm curious on why you lost the strength. because I know that you said you're 47 and you've been training for 25 years.
Mhm.
And from the picture I see here, you look pretty incredible. Pretty incredible.
So you think something happened?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how long has it been. 5 years that you've been losing. You haven't been losing that strength over the last 25 years. I hope not. I mean, I'm assuming not what you're saying. And I'm just curious on what the steps were. And you'll have time to answer this. Please answer below. Is when you started seeing a decline on strength. What was your go-to? Okay, I'm losing strength. What do I need to do? Well, for me, like when I start losing a little bit of strength, I know that either I'm dieting down for something, and so that just goes with it. I'll get my strength back afterwards. Or, hey, I'm not moving the weights that I normally do. What's going on? Am I not coming in amped up for the workouts anymore? Am I just going through the routine? Am I not in it? And so I always try to do that. And obviously there's ups and downs with training. Should be a lot more ups than downs. But I'm just curious on what did you start to do to keep the strength or get stronger? And then one thing I would say is just what I said there is for all of you, the job about the gym is to get stronger. And the reason why I would like you to get stronger and not maintain is because life will make you maintain. Life will keep the numbers down. So that is something I don't want you to focus on. Life takes care of that. So unless you are trying to get stronger, you are going to go the other way. And I know you all, especially you guys over 35 years old, understand that life is going to knock you down and make the weights heavier as you get older. Unless you are what? Trying to get better. So let us know, Peter. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
What you did to try to build up the strength during that time?
Thank you. I ate all that.
Look at this. He says, Big Lenny says hello. Lenny Kravitz? How do you know Lenny Kravitz?
Oh, wow.
That is pretty odd. Tell Lenny Kravitz hello. I already am doing that. I have tons of clients, I don't want to call them clients. I have tons of Titans that are in Australia on the program and work in the program. So I'm already in Australia, but I do need to get down there. I do want to see Australia. Huh? Oh, too soon. Too soon. What question is this? Look, everybody, he can't answer the question.
It wasn't worth reading. So.
Sorry, champ. I don't know what question you're referring to. Jeffrey says he'll get that for you, though.
Mike, don't block me. Asking respectfully a question. Isn't it true that it's more healthy for someone to not have a ton of muscle on and having your heart have to work extra hard?
I don't even know what that means. Your body moves with muscle. You do understand that, right? Yeah, you actually do want muscle on your body, like Mona. Mona, come here for a sec. Yep. So here is an almost 50-year-old woman. Can I see a pose?
Why do you have to tell them how old I am?
Because this guy's probably half your size.
Oh, you think?
Yes. So she has more muscle than most guys. And the great thing about this is that she gets to
I can't stop
wrestle
that.
and she keeps posing. So what that does is that helps her stay strong. So you got to remember that I don't know what you're referring to, too much muscle. Obviously, I mean, you don't want to walk around at 350 pounds for Mona. Yeah, sorry about your question, but you did go pretty quickly to a negative spot there. So I'm just assuming that you got a bad attitude. Don't feel bad if you don't have a lot of muscle. Be happy about that if that's what you want. Whatever you want is cool with you. All right, who do we got next? No, I have never been there. Most of my training has been more Russian or Eastern Bloc training, where West Side Barbell got a lot of their principles from. The Bulgarian lifting, the Russian lifting. I started back in the 70s. So, yeah. What year did West Side Barbell start?
I don't know.
Do a search on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, but I started with the original guys like Doyle Kennedy, Doug Furness, and those guys. But again, Mark Bell and Matt Wenning, two beautiful humans. Beautiful humans. A lot of great lifters came out of there.
86.
86. So,
He's
yeah, that came out in the 80s. I was already doing powerlifting in the 70s. No, I do something much better. Martial arts has been a lifetime that I find much better for flexibility. Yoga is stationary, where martial arts puts you into extreme positions athletically instead of just stabilizing. I don't understand this one.
what you think? What do you think of Andrew Calera 650 bench? I don't know who that is, but it's probably someone that benches 650.
A 650 bench for any humans. Incredible. Incredible, incredible.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Oh, good, good, Ryan. Yep, get in that form Friday. I just saw something. Go for it.
Some people are built like rusty fridges. So, from what you were talking about something earlier.
Yeah. Go for it.
Love the videos, Mike. How many working sets do you recommend per body part one time a week? Thanks, man. Who trains one body part a week?
Good job. I'm training one body part a week. We're on a couple body parts a week this training plan, which is awesome to do. Always changing up and stuff. What do we see, Mo? What'd you get?
Listen, I got this too.
What size?
13. It's a little bit different than the other ones.
I like these.
Because they seem like better, more comfort.
I'm going to do an unwrapping, unveiling. Is that what they call these?
I just got those
Unboxing?
from Mike.
What's this?
See, like this one, the one for 13. They look a little bit narrow here.
Yeah.
This one's just
Nike's narrow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nike's
so
more
they
narrow.
didn't have 14, so I might. You try this. If they're not good, I'll take them back. But look,
I can go
look
to
at the
hip hop
difference.
class in these.
The only reason I got this is for comfort.
I don't do yoga, but I've done hip hop class.
Oh yeah.
Coming down.
Let's sit and eat and watch you talk to these people.
We got some good questions, I thought.
You did, huh?
Did some of those floor presses.
How did you like them? Did you do the narrow
Oh,
grip?
great.
Did you do the narrow grip on that? This is a good one, I think.
Mike, super grateful for you. How often should you stretch?
I stretch every single day, whatever body part I'm training. So, and then days I don't stretch, I'll do active rest like swimming, stuff like that. That's for me. It depends on you and your age, I think. I think when you're 20s, you don't need as much. Obviously, as you get older, I think try to stay more active, and not active in the sense of going out running 6 miles, but I just think more range of motion things and keep moving, because we're all going to get at some point stiff arthritis and stuff like that. And the greatest thing for it is movement. I would recommend though, trying to, and I wish I could tell my young self to give up about 20 years of those reps. You know, how I have been able to take this last 15, 20 years and extend the ability of maintaining the body without riding it into the ground. I wish I did that younger. And I'm going to be able to do that with Titan and be able to maintain that. The goal there would be like he's in the gym with everybody else for a full year, right? But the amount of reps that he did for that full year is maybe matched to everybody else's 3 months of training. So like he did a full year, but 3 months of the rep ranges of what everybody else did for the full year. So it's less deterioration and usage of those to where he still builds the muscle, still gets the range of motion, and still stays active. That's the one thing I don't think they talk about much. They don't talk about mileage, because at the end of the day, it's mileage.
Yeah.
And that mileage adds up on no matter what you want. I was going to buy a car, the Sebring. I was going to buy something else instead of the Sebring, and I got the Ford, right?
Mm-hmm.
So after the Sebring, I was going to buy a car, and this kind of makes me think of it. I was going to buy Dudley Moore's. It was a Infinity. And I'm like, wow, that's a great car. And they wanted the price and stuff. And I'm looking at the mileage, and it was like, I don't know how many years old. It was used already, but it had like 3,000 to 4,000 miles. And I'm like, it's 3 years old, 3,000 to 4,000. I don't get it. Yeah, so many cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't, you know, I was a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't correlate that he has 6 cars. So he only drove this a little bit. So even though it's a
Steve Mendoza. That's Steve Mendoza? Steve, the one-on-one client Mendoza?
Oh, it probably is.
Hey, Steve.
Big Stevie. So it was interesting to see that this car was so preserved, even though it was same age as other cars that I was looking at, but it had a quarter of the miles on it, less than a quarter. And so I think of that as the body is like, I wish I could have saved the first 20 years, 30 years of less. And so I could have had more later. And again, you know, it's maybe for me, I needed those crazy training. So I had the mindset that I have now, but I'm hoping I can create the mindset in my son and his kids and so on and so forth, and the people around me to save some of that. And for you parents out there that have kids that are lifting, try to get rid of that whole, the guy in the gym, the longest wins, the guy that does the most reps wins. Try to get rid of those kind of mentalities. This is a question that we've been asked a lot this week. Age does not matter.
Oh,
I know kids that are 20 years old that are on TRT because there's something going on with their testosterone. And I know guys on their 50 that don't need TRT because their testosterone is still in 700. So again, just because of your age doesn't mean anything. So you got to check the blood. You guys got to do that.
You've got to do that.
You got to do that.
You guys.
Bobo identifies as a trans slender.
He does?
Yes.
All right.
It's awesome.
Love it.
No, this, yeah, you said that, but we did ask, what was it and what happened? Because to get the strength back, I mean, you just got to start in power bodybuilding, like my power bodybuilding program. Let's see in 9 weeks if you're not even strong you've ever been in your entire life.
All right. I was so hungry. I thought I was gonna pass out. I'm really hungry. I don't know why. Maybe because I worked out today hard and pushed some weight.
I don't know if you worked out hard. Thank you, Joe. Joe, get your blood checked, please. I am 46 and I do 120. Guys, the age thing doesn't work with me. I don't. This isn't a. Let me take this off there. When you guys do the age, understand what that's saying to me is that you're comparing yourself to society. Does that make sense to you guys? Jeffrey, you get that? Yeah. So when you say age to me, you're automatically giving yourself an excuse. So don't do that with me. You can do that with your friends or the guys at the gym. Don't do that with me. Do you understand that?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because
I
it doesn't matter
agree.
that you're 46 and you do
I agree. I
120s.
never go and say, hey, you know, I'm
I want you 46
years
doing
old and
180s.
yeah.
And I don't want you saying 46. I want you to go, listen, I want to be better than these 20-year-olds. That's what I want you to do. I just want that little mind, that little bit that you do by saying it. I don't know. For me, I think it's just, it's a cop out. You're giving yourself an excuse.
This is such a common question. What do you do for forearm training?
That's a
many
weird
people.
one. Nobody
So-
trains forearm, guys. Nobody trains forearms.
So many people ask this.
Stop training your forearms. I've met one human in my entire life, the one guy that asked it, and he did have tiny little forearms. It was weird because I said, nobody needs to train forearms. Nobody needs to train
Then you
forearms.
saw him and
And then I saw him, I go, okay, you're the one human that does. But no, there's no reason to train forearms. Your hand strength and your forearms will grow just because you're grabbing onto bars and ripping them all day.
no forearms and no traps for me. You guys.
David Sosa is kicking butt.
Oh yeah.
You see?
Yeah, he's kicking butt. He really
Where are
is.
those 220 boys at?
I love that he got the team going, and I love that he's doing this because I see out of him, and I know this, and I'm going to tell you right now, all you Titan members, he's posting because he's staying on point. Everybody else is kind of like
Yeah, you flaking out.
disappearing, not doing check-ins and all that stuff. It's because they're messing up and they don't want to check in. David's right on it, and he's pushing it. Dave's been through the battles, the fires.
Through the trenches.
He's been through the trenches. He ain't missing this now. He's dominating these people.
Mhm.
Proud of you, Dave. Yes.
My son, I guess, is going to start.
Heather. Hi, Heather. So, nutrition. I love that he's doing bodybuilding and power bodybuilding. Get him on the nutrition and make sure he's eating. He's your son. I'm assuming he's still living at home. For some reason, I feel like he may be. Get him eating. Okay.
So many legends like Mike talk about mental health. All is important, but I dig the positivity.
Yeah, I think mental health. I mean, you can lift all you want. We were just talking about yesterday somebody who has the potential, the best potential I've seen of somebody in the last 20, 30 years, and he blew it just because of the mental.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Mental is everything, guys.
God bless him.
And speaking of mental, let's say somebody doesn't have the, I'm going to say Dave maybe wasn't, David, one of my tight crew members here, has a work ethic of what everybody should have. And he's going to beat people with maybe better genetics because he has a better work ethic. And that's all because of his mind. So we just saw that. I appreciate you saying that. And I'm glad that we're even living through that and seeing some people succeed while others are failing because of the mindset. Listen, I'm sitting next to,
I did chest today. You see this? See the cuts? You see that going like it's a cross or something? What?
toxic.
Look at that. 55 pounds dumbbells.
What is this?
What is it? The Bulgarian
What do you think about Bulgarian?
training method?
Well, we talked about that. I mean, we already talked about that's what I started, the Russian, Eastern Bloc, Bulgarian training methods. But I mean, I think most powerlifting came from that era and that location. Best training methods in the world.
Right. That's true. I'm Romanians.
That whole Eastern Bloc, man, it's just, they got it.
30, training correctly. Thanks to your wisdom.
Did I?
You're gonna have to try.
Thank
some,
you.
okay?
Answered my question about time and attention. 2 seconds to rep. I don't know. No, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's a question, not a statement. Thank you. Answer my question about time and retentions. 2 seconds a rep. Not thank you for answering my question.
I don't know about 2 seconds a rep. Most reps take 2 seconds. That's not much time under tension, to be honest. But I like moving the weights controlled. Yeah, I know. When I lift, people go, "Oh, you're doing time under tension." No, I'm just lifting. So.
Is it a meal?
It's meal time.
Okay, what is this?
What was your bench around 20?
You must just be following me. At 15 was the first time I benched 400, and I wanted 500 at 19. 471 in a meet, 505 in the gym at 19 years old.
I'm thinking about competing in powerlifting. What do you think?
I think you should.
You just called somebody just called Jeff the YouTube guy? Or that's something else?
No. Hello, Germany. Clark Kent. Great job. Great job. Read that, Mo.
Today, some guy in the gym told me not to lift heavy. Literally went up 10 pounds. My next step.
That is a Titan member if I've ever met one. Great job. Love that. I think anything should be focused on more than something else if they're not as well developed. All right, Jeffrey.
Not feeling it.
Yeah. What we do with this one is we just go boom, boom,
Really?
boom. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's all right. Israel, hello.
Ooh. When did you know that Mona was the one?
When I told Wolfram, I washed all the dishes after the party. That's when. Don't worry, he's not like he saw me and he was like, that's the one. Oh no.
Love L-carnitine. I'm just gonna shut up and keep. I'm gonna keep going here. All right, I'm gonna have to break out of here, guys. We got a 3:30.
We do have a 3:30. Yeah, 3:02.
Go for it, Jeffrey.
I don't know whether to look for size or for strength or for endurance or to do something that does all three.
Power-Bodybuilding.
No, this one he has no idea what he's wanting
Yeah,
to
he
do.
doesn't know what he wants to do.
He has no clue.
So
I can't help him.
Okay, then move on. Trendylos. What's your thoughts on Trendylos? Trendylos, the vitamins.
There you go, Jeffrey.
Get the likes up. That's right, baby.
One more.
I saw your variation of the tricep pushdowns video when we did outside. We pushed forward. I really like that movement. The arm wrestling world is a similar skull crushing movement called the JM press.
I don't consider the JM press anything close to the push down.
What's going on? Hey,
Huh.
what? What's going on? Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Somebody wants to say hi. Me.
Go for it, Jeffrey.
Sure.
Yep.
Thoughts on that big Rob fitness guy who cried on Dave Palumbo's show? I don't know.
What?
I didn't see that.
Really? No, I'm just gonna block him because why are you asking me these kind of questions?
I didn't see that.
That's I don't need that person on my page.
What is going on today?
I don't know. That's such a weird. I didn't watch TMZ today. I'm sorry. I don't understand this one.
If you can stay in that shape to your 60s, that will be revolutionary. If you could stay in that shape at your 60s, that would be revolutionary.
You know, Robbie Robinson is 80, right? Jack LaLanne almost lived until he was 100. There's been many incredible people
Yeah.
that were in their 60s, 70s, and 80s in incredible shape. So I thank you, and I'm hoping to do that, but it's nothing new. Go for it.
You should do 10-minute training videos that we can work out with you, brother.
Did Serge go and get on YouTube? Absolutely, man. I'll start doing 10-minute videos so you could work out with me.
That's funny.
Well, the one guy never got back to us. I don't see him saying.
Yeah, you should start doing YouTube videos.
Yeah. This is funny. Somebody reads this and then they say that that's what happens.
Dude,
After age 30, you lose muscle 1 pound every year. If you don't.
He read that somewhere. He doesn't even know that.
Yes. Show it up. Like, really?
No, that's not true.
Of course it's not true, but I mean, they believe it.
Yeah, they believe it because somebody wrote it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, geez, Louise. We sputtered out of control on this one, guys.
well, that's why I haven't really picked a lot of questions. Not any good ones, really.
Alan,
Go for it.
Hey, Mike, it's me again. It was funny that you told me you benched 315 at the age of 13.
It was actually in a powerlifting meet, and I was 275 in a legal bench. It was actually 330 in the gym. And then by 15, it was well over the 4s. And then by 19, it was 5. So thank you.
Mike, why don't you have any tattoos?
Why don't I have any tattoos?
Yeah,
we were just talking about that.
Where
Because
you?
I don't
So
want
we're
no
so
tattoos.
happy. None of us have tattoos.
No, fuck no.
No tattoos, no piercing, none of that. Alan O'Neill, we have 2 air fryers. We haven't used them yet, but everybody's bragging about it. So I'm about to use one of them probably this weekend.
You're not going to do that.
I will. I'm just gonna throw chicken in there.
Are you?
They're gonna throw it in the air fryer, see what happens.
All
And
right.
I probably won't even season it.
No?
No. Last PR on PB tomorrow. Oh, last PR. Luca Browser. So it's on Power Bodybuilding. Last PR tomorrow. Easy money.
Oh, yeah, here's a good one.
Go.
When did you realize? Oh, no, not that one. Who picked that? It wasn't me.
No.
What?
Hold on. I don't like that.
I think it's awesome. Vegan bodybuilders, cool for them.
Where the fuck did the question go?
That was you that you pulled it out.
Here we go.
Go.
When did you realize that flat bench isn't optimal and switch to inclines?
When I realized I wasn't going to power lift anymore, that my lower chest from flat benching, because if you guys realize, flat bench isn't really mid chest. It hasn't been mid chest since forever. So flat bench is basically a moderate decline. And so it's just lower chest. And so I realized that my lower chest was just well overdeveloped. And I never in my life saw a guy with an overdeveloped upper chest. And I thought an upper chest always, when I saw it in the gym, was the most cool looking muscle, that rear delts and hamstrings. So I was early 20s, 24, 25. And I said, done with that, only going the other side. Jeffrey. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something good.
All right. Anything else, you crazies? Striker is sleeping on the couch in the front room.
When was the last time you were in a physical fight? Last week at Gold.
Last week.
Almost.
Yeah, why not lift past your 60s? Look at Albert Beckles.
Albert was the great one, man. Albert, what a motivation. And he's still going. He's 90 something right now.
Yep.
Good job, Craig, on the squat, the PR.
Oh, nice.
Great job, man. Good job.
420 dank squat.
I think the best answer to that is the one that you have. Huh. All right. All right, you crazies, man. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I got to get this work going. But thank you, guys.
When will you meet Devin? They love Devin.
Met Devin a few times now. Devin's a great guy,
It's
guys.
amazing. All righty.
It's Mona.
Go for it,
Oh, who's stronger, you or Mona?
Mona. Oh, that's a good one. Go for it.
Where would you fit a martial art into one of your programs? For example, I'm on Power Bodybuilding, but I like to do jiu-jitsu once or twice a week, simply just because I miss rolling. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Power Bodybuilding would probably be the best one to have the martial arts mixed in with that, because you get a couple down days for that powerlifting, the Power Bodybuilding.
So you would go on the off day?
Yeah,
So
I'm
not
going the
lifting
off
days?
days. If you can, maybe even on Monday after training or Wednesday after training, because you don't want to come back in fatigued and you have a full day of rest. And then with jiu-jitsu, you're working forms and then you're rolling at the end of class. So it depends on how much you're rolling. I would, for you,
That is tough.
if you are going to do the weightlifting and everything, understand that maybe the majority of the others that are doing jiu-jitsu are not. So maybe you have to gauge how much to do it. Go to class, learn the moves, get your rolling into where you're like, okay, I feel good. but maybe don't do the full time. So like in judo, we would always be able to, say in the class, all right, guys, free time, let's go. And I would always do about 1 or 2 or 3, honestly, 1 or 2 matches. Feel really good, comfortable. Also implement in what I learned in class that day, and then I'm out. And then I was out because I had to get to bed to get back up early. So govern it. It's hard to do both, and I know that because that's how all I did in my late teens and my early 20s. That's all I did, and I was working jobs, and so it is tough to manage both. But do it now. Enjoy that stuff. Anything else to finish this out? 100 grams of oats. You beast. That's a good sized meal before a workout. Good job, guys. I like that. That's Titan crew members right there. They're eating before they go train. Smart.
Let's do this. A lot of people's immunity isn't really up to par right now. Do you recommend to train or sleep while you're sick?
Sleep. Get the immune back up. Get the immunes. Boom, boom, boom. All of you should be on this right now, especially because of what's going on in the world right now. So get that immune system up, build it. All right, you crazies. Jeffrey, you put this over on the other page.
Yeah, I'll put it in the tank room.
And then we'll go from there.
Closing you out.
Yeah.